Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Simulator. We're playing Kingdom Death Monster, the mod by Mr. Slack. I'm here with Guest Tickets, aka Jim. Say hi, Jim.
Hakuna Matata is a sucker's bet for this lion.
All right. And then last time we left off, we were getting ready to hunt something. I'm taking Azazel here, Azazel. Anyway, I'm using the Hebrew pronunciation because it is a Hebrew word, Azazel. Even though I know that the correct pronunciation is all over the place. Mr. No Name Green here, because there's no reason to be giving them a name yet, since they will get enough survival on departure and on arrival. Jim, you can introduce who you're taking.
I am continuing on with Sky in the hopes of getting some fist and tooth action going on here. And then, of course, we had a accident the last hunt, and so I'm bringing No Name Lady along, and eventually we'll probably use some shared XP to pump her up so that I don't have to worry about my fist and toother getting dusted for too much experience.
Okay. And yeah, the Sky here has a 2 hunt XP, so we need to pick a weapon proficiency on this way out too. And
done and done.
Yeah, and I'll give you a token that we are going to use, and I wonder where we should put this so we don't forget it. Last time we were putting it on top of the card, but often we don't look there. So
I like it there.
You like it there? Okay.
Yep.
Put it wherever you think is the best way that you're going to remember to get it.
I think it's a good idea.
I think the other best way to do it is to put it right here next to the cards. You know, like right here. Because these people need to hit. You know what I mean? I thought that way I know that your character needs to hit, and you know that that character needs to hit too.
That's a better idea.
If you want another one, I can give you a second one. There you go.
Yeah, look at that. We have extra chips.
Okay, so you can use these chips right here to help you remember that you do need to wound to get credit for that. So then you can get your proficiency in it. So there you go. Once this token is moved off of here, where we always drop our cards right on top of this. And once we get rid of it, we'll see it there and say, okay, wounded and now gone. But we can easily drop cards on it and so on. All right. The hunt. We're going to clean up the hunt from last time. And are we agreed with the antelope after all?
I believe we are. I was just talking smack to the lion because I like to.
The lion's a good kill. I mean, it does give us good stuff, but I'm liking the acanthus plan. We can always switch back to the lion. But I think the antelope is kind of fun to kill, and I think we have the resources to get him. So
at least we have the tools to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely got that. All right. So we are going to hunt the screaming antelope. Level 1. He does bounce around a little bit, so there is some risk involved here with him moving around on the board and so on.
It is shifty.
All right, so we will now move the monster controller. I think we have to move it. We have to depart before we go. So departure, to remind everybody, we have a survival limit of 4. We get +1 survival on departure. It's my guy there. And Azazel here is getting 2 extra survival to the max of 4. So I'm maxed out.
I'm maxed out on No Name, but Sky's sitting on 2.
Okay, and Sky's going to get another one from here and another one from the harp as well.
Yep.
Oh, maxed out when we arrive. Okay, Azazel is going after the first thing. First one, teething. The survivors find a trail of large rotting teeth littering the ground. Each survivor may scavenge, roll 1d10. If we roll a 1, we suffer damage. If we roll a 7 to 10, we get a large flat tooth. And that's good for the catars, which we were talking about, you know, if I want to do that in the future. So if we don't do it...
and we also have the dentist.
Yeah, the dentist. So I am going to roll for Azazel first. Of course he's going to roll a 1.
Oh no.
It's a good start.
That's probably because you didn't say Azazel.
Yeah. Also rolling, I'm going to go ahead and take a chance here with unnamed green. Here we go. Ooh. That is a large flat tooth. Now, before you roll, we want to make sure we have enough here. So, let me spawn the Showdown, because we are against him, and we're going to go ahead and spawn him, although I'm not going to read any of his stuff yet. I'm just going to get him out on the board here so I can get the resources. We may not need to do that. There's only one more flat tooth to get, so if we want to try to get it, we can.
Yeah, I came here to farm.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
So no name is going to make it a run.
Hey,
there it is.
Yep, we got it. The other large flat tooth. We want to get through this deck because there are good things in it that we need to get out of it. And bone is definitely a big deal. Because we do need a lot of bone. If you guys recall, if we can get 3 bone and a hide, we can build the weapon smith. We don't have to do that yet, but getting bone is helpful at this point. Actually, getting anything is helpful at this point. Okay. And then after that, we did scavenge. We don't need to do any more because we can't get any more out of it. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Unnamed Survivor White.
Name Survivor White.
This is probably a roll random. Okay.
Roll random.
Get to the table here.
All right, black is the 10s. Survey says no 30s. 25. I will take it.
Okay, 25. It's on 2 pages here. Titans in the Dark. I'll let you read it.
An ear-splitting bellow marks the passing of a truly titanic beast. All non-death survivors, which I believe is everybody, suffer monster-level brain event damage.
Fantastic.
So everybody gets 1 to the brain.
Oh.
So that's a heavy shot on no.
Yeah, but those don't count as heavy wounds because there's no H there.
And then -1 on Skies because she's got some insanity.
Yeah. Well, both the ones that took a hit to the brain are going to get insanity when they arrive from the stone nose.
Okay, the survivors cower on the ground, lying as flat as possible and hoping they are simply too small to be worth eating. Each survivor rolls a d10. The lowest scoring survivor, I assume, is a straggler.
Yeah.
Becomes a straggler, and if any survivor has noisy gear, they get -2 to their roll.
And you do have noisy gear. The Whisker Harp is noisy.
Whoa!
So that's -2 to Blue's roll. So I will roll mine over here. Oops. Getting that skip. Well, 6 and a 5, not bad.
Come on, big money.
You got a 5 there.
Can't believe I'm hoping White gets the low number.
Yeah, White does.
All right, so White's got to roll a d10.
Yeah, Straggler rolls a d10.
And that's a 6.
Not terrible.
Survey says the clamping jaws barely nip you. Suffer monster event damage to a random hit location.
Okay, so this giant thing comes by and just takes a nibble at you because you're laying maybe in the grass or something. Well, laying flat on the stone.
Nibble the waist. I don't know how that works, but at least I have some armor.
It basically just grabbed your cloth and ripped it. That's all. Thought your cloth was some food. Just kind of walk by like horses when they're walking, they'll take a nip at like stuff on the trees, branches or something as they're walking. That's what it did. It thought you were some kind of plant or something, and it grabbed your cloth, pulled it off you. You're now naked.
Could be worse.
Yep. Naked and alone.
And I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. Passing the token to Sky. Sky's up next.
What do we got going on here? Devoured grounds. The stone-faced ground is littered with the leavings of ravenous passing beasts. Poop field.
Yep.
Half-eaten acanthus plants are strewn everywhere. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, which I'm pretty sure that's a pass.
Right.
Otherwise, roll on the random hunt.
Okay. Yeah.
55.
55 it is.
You write it another way, it's 55.
There you go. Mudslide. That can't be good.
I don't remember this being good. A flash mudslide sweeps the survivors away.
That's good.
Each survivor rolls a d10. If any survivor has a whip, they catch it around a pillar-shaped bone and swing to safety.
No.
They do not roll. No whips. I knew we needed a whip.
Yeah, we couldn't build one though, but I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Big money here. A 3 and a 5.
All right. 3 says you managed to scramble free, but not before taking a serious beating. Suffer 2 event damage to your body and archive all fragile and soluble gear in your gear grid.
That was green, so fragile. I don't have any fragile.
I'm gonna take some credit for not using that skull to make a thing for the head.
Okay.
And then I
got a 5 there too.
apologies.
It's the same thing.
Ah, yes.
Oh boy. Okay, well that's all the armor he's got on there, and he has no other fragile stuff. So Azazel has taken some damage this time around.
Guy's got a 7 and unnamed is.
That's the same. Everybody takes 2 damage unless they have fragile or soluble gear, and then it's archived.
Everybody takes 2 damage to the body.
Yep.
Heavy damage followed by heavy damage. Yuck.
Yeah, not a good way to start. All of our bodies are open except for the tank.
Yeah, the good news is at least the body's not the second most terrible bad table to roll on.
Right. It is. All right. Moving on. We now encounter the screaming antelope. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've pulled off all the acanthus there. We have a survivor corpse and debris. The survivor corpse is always good. That was where we could get another skull, potentially. That has to be at least 6 spaces away from all other terrain. The debris has to be adjacent to any edge of the board. The debris could knock us down if we roll a 1. Technically, if we roll a 10, we could get a scrap sword out of it. So I think we're going to put that under somebody right away. And then the survivor corpse needs to be 6 spaces away from all other terrain. I'm going to move the acanthus around a little bit here. I want to get the acanthus a little bit away from here. And the bug patch has to stay there. Who wants to be under the debris? We can get that right away.
I'm not itching for it, but I can do it. If you got a hankering for it, feel free.
I've got the bow, and I probably could shoot the first round with it.
We don't want that person.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He may charge us, so I could probably shoot.
You got the tank and the bow. I should do it.
Well, the tank can do the rawhide headband the first round, or run and attack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got the tank, so I should do it.
Or we could just run and get in the way, because I could put the debris right there. He's probably going to run.
I agree.
We're going to put it down here then. Adjacent. The other way around. The tank can run up here and grab it and just stand there right in his path. Actually, the tank will probably... Yeah, let's keep the tank in front. This needs to be 6 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's good right there. Okay, I think that's good. I think we're ready.
Fingers crossed.
All right, I guess I'm up as the monster controller then. 10 cards. The thing about this monster is if he runs us over, of course he does the same thing as all monsters. We suffer collide and we get knocked down, but we also take 1 damage to a random location. And he can heal himself by going to graze. And we need to pick those plants to stop that. And we do like to pick those acanthus plants because they can give us some acanthus, which is part of the reason we're here. We also have the bug. Somebody needs to go get that. Okay, first card. Stomp. Closest knockdown survivor. None. Furthest threat in field of view in range. None. Nobody's in range. No target. Graze. So maybe I will move him back. Take the furthest one.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that doesn't heal him or anything. That's okay. He's getting rid of stuff. Good to go. Battle UI, we are up.
We need to get rid of a couple of founding stones on the battle UI.
Okay.
I don't think that the unnamed survivors need 3
You can
options.
click the, do you see the eye with the slash through it?
Yes.
That's what you can use to get rid of it. You can bring it back by clicking the eye next to the ZZZ. Sleep.
Got it.
Okay, well, he didn't do what we thought he would. I guess I'll move the tank up here, and I'll go after the survivor corpse then. D10. An 8. That's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah,
Not
it's
bad.
probably a scrap sword. Oh, no, this is the survivor corpse. Okay, so 1 random basic resource. Oh, 8. Okay, +3 insanity and 1 skull basic resource. Ooh, don't forget, we just arrived. We need to do our arrival stuff. 1, 2, 3. And arrival, we get an insanity and a survival, but we don't need it.
2 the
Why'd you get 2 survival there?
don't I get
Oh,
one?
yeah, the harp. The harp, yeah. Forgot about that.
This guy gets an insanity.
Because of the stone nose?
I thought the
Stone nose,
oh, no. All right.
yeah, goes to Sky only. Okay. Anyway, I got the 3 insanity and the basic random, so I'm going to toss that. Here's the basic random. Hide. Good. We need a lot of hide. We need a lot. Okay, so hide is always a good thing to have. Okay. Azazel is done. You're up.
Unnamed is gonna dig on this unnamed survivor.
Roll a 10. Roll a big fat 10. Lantern. A 9 is not enough. But, you know, the good news is it does give you a bone blade. So we will get the bone blade out of this. And we'll drop it here in your inventory. But that's okay. We'll be able to use that next time. To people who are watching, normally when we pick up the sword, you can add it to your inventory, I guess. But it does say gain 1 bone blade gear card, so we gain it. And it's a gear card, so we just drop it in the gear. Too bad we can't trade it.
Yeah.
Got a couple people that could probably use it more than that one. But it's not as good as the other stuff that you've got there. But yeah, we'll use it next time. That's good. Probably could have thought a little more
And
carefully
then I
about
can
that.
still move, right?
Yes. Going after the bug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harp. Can I do anything with the harp?
No, that doesn't have any moods. This is for getting rid of moods.
All right, then I'm done.
The lady here expects he's probably going to come after us, but he may not. I'll stay 1 back, maybe. And I'll use the cat eye circlet with the action to reveal the next 3 monster hit locations. 1, put him here. 2, 3. So we have a first strike, which means you have to hit this no matter what. Now this is where if you're insane, it cancels all other hits. Otherwise, you suffer a brain damage when you hit it. The next one is the weapon gets stuck, and you suffer knockback 5. And the other one is you gain 1 insanity, lose your composure, and you have to spend an action to regain your senses before you can attack again. None of these are very good.
I think the hand should go on the bottom,
Okay.
and then
I'm gonna say the gnarled horns on top because I might be able to shoot it with the bow.
Yeah, I mean they both suck, but yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, because not insane either, so that might be okay. All right, done. Passing the chit here to the next person, which is Azazel. Drawing. Showdown. If there are no acanthus plants in the Showdown board, discard Showdown and perform a basic action. Full move. The Screaming Antelope to the closest acanthus if the monster ends its movement on or adjacent to an acanthus, it consumes it, archive the terrain, and heal 1d5. Well, we haven't even heard him yet.
Yeah.
Place Chowdown on the top of the AI deck instead of discarding it. So he's just going to eat everything. Full move.
Right, so I suggest for the next couple rounds, it's just us versus him and collecting stuff.
So it says full move to the closest plant. So he's going to full move, but he doesn't have to full move to get there. So he's just going to scoot one over, right?
That's how I read it.
And he's going to eat it, but it's not going to do anything.
Right.
Gone. So we can actually race him for this if we want to.
That's exactly what I want to do.
Okay. The other thing that I can do is I can mess with him. I can use the rawhide headband and move that down. Force him to attack if we want.
I'm more of a bird in hand kind of guy.
Okay.
We race him, and then the healing thing just never bothers us ever again.
Okay. The healing thing can also help us too. If we... Yeah, okay. Let's race him. Let's just do it. Okay, I moved as far as I could. I will reveal the top 2 AI cards, so at least we know what we're dealing with. Great Kick, which is bad news. That's 4 speed, 2 accuracy, 2 damage. We have to get rid of that card.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure that we get him 2 wounds on the time that we go after him. My guys are done. Okay, next turn. You're up. And he's going to do the chow down again.
1, 2, 3 versus 1, so he's got to go this way. And eat, right?
Yeah, I'll eat this one right here. Okay. And then he is done. Because all he's doing is healing, but he's not actually healing anything. So. Okay. Next, what about Unnamed Survivor White? Get that bug there. See what we can get out of that.
Survey says
3?
3, that's not great.
No, but it's actually amazingly good. 3 is the magic number with the bug patch, because you get 1 random basic resource.
Ah!
Anything higher than a 3, you get a bug, and 2, you get nothing, and 1, you suffer 3 brain damage.
I was looking for a bug because I wanted to eat it.
Yeah, but I'll give you a bone instead, which is equally good. Some of the bugs do cross over as other stuff too, so it is good to get the bug. But we'll take the bone for sure. Okay.
Okay. Good job, Unnamed.
Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get there. You could.
Right.
I can get to this one. I'll go ahead and get this one. Oh, rolled a 1, which means that he suffers another bite to his arms. Yeah. Listen, Azazel, stop. Stop getting bit on the arms.
Yes. A little bit of, 2. That's not great.
But bite on the arms.
Bite on the arms. All right, I'm going to stop talking smack.
Yeah, it's like Azazel gets bit on the arms, and he's like, again? And then Sky runs over there, and she's laughing, and she's like, well, stop getting bit on the arms. Ah!
Yeah.
Azazel's like, yeah, see?
That's how we drew it up.
Now, if I pick up this last one, it's going to attack.
Yeah, no, we got to let it eat that one. That way we can get rid of the kick, whatever.
I mean, it's going to do a basic attack, which, is never a good thing. But actually, it says no closest knockdown survivor, none. It's going to graze. It's going to graze, but it can't if there are no acanthus plants on the board. Instead, full move in a straight line. So it's going to run in a straight line if we grab that. So if she grabs this, it's going to go here. Okay.
Right, and then you'll be out of range with the bow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can still hit with the bow.
And I think we should take it.
All right. Just have to worry about that great kick if I miss.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go for it. And oh, it hit a 9 and it bounced off the other die. It says it's a 5, so I just consume it. We didn't get any acanthus, unfortunately. And that's the way the dice bounces. The dice bounce. Okay.
Bounce.
Next turn. So of course there's nothing left. So place Showdown on. Okay. Yeah. Discard Showdown and perform a basic action. Basic action. No knockdown survivors. Graze. Full move to the closest acanthus. Cannot. If there are no acanthus on the board, instead full move forward in a straight line.
Ooh.
So he's going to start running, and now it's our turn. Okay, so I'm going to take a shot to try to get that card. To hit, I need a 7. Roll 2. Okay. And I missed. That's bad. Okay, that used up all my turn. So, this is okay. We can deal with this. Azazel is going to go here. Okay, and he's going to use his rawhide headband, and we're going to move that down. And instead, it's going to be a bite, which is much more manageable. So Great Kick is going down, and Bite is coming up next. Done.
Done.
Okay. Passing the token. Alright, I'm up next turn. So this is the Bite. Bite is closest survivor in field of view, and that is our tank, Azazel. And it is a speed of 1, accuracy 2+, damage is 2+, and if it's a hit, it's bleed. Okay, so... although I do have 2 evasion, so it is 4 accuracy. 1 die, 4 to hit. That is a hit. It will bleed me. 2 damage to the body. Yeah, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
I will dodge. And because of my rawhide armor set, I get to roll a d10. If I roll a 6 or higher, I gain +1 survival. So I spent a survival, and I will roll. And I rolled a 9, so I get that back. Get +1
Boom,
survival.
baby.
Boom. And that's what he's there for. To dodge those big hits.
Doing the job.
Yep. All right. Complete minutes. Now we need to hit him. So, bow first?
Yeah.
Hit and a miss. This is, that's stuck, and that's why I'm saying I want to do the bow first. So I'm not adjacent, so my weapon will not get stuck. So I just need to wound on a 5. Come on, wound. Oh, no wound. Got rid of that. The next one is that first strike. So if you're insane, you don't want to do this.
I'm not insane.
Okay, go ahead and use the person who's not insane to knock out that first strike. Otherwise, it's going to cancel our attack. Got that reach weapon there.
6s.
2 hits.
9 and a 6. Nice.
And you have to do the first strike first.
So here we
So
go. First strike.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to read it first. If you're, let's see, the screaming antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. If the attacker's insane, cancel all hits and attack. Otherwise, suffer a brain damage.
I'm on the bad table already?
Yep.
Wow.
Brain trauma. Don't roll a 1 or 2.
Brain trauma for your mama. Here we go.
Yeah, that was a good one. Lantern. 9. New perspective. You're knocked down and gain 1d10 insanity.
I don't even get to attack.
Nope. But you did get rid of the bad card, and you got a bunch of insanity, so we'll take it.
And I didn't die.
Yeah, you could have died.
If I get encouraged, could I finish my attack and get that hit?
When you get knocked down, I think it cancels all attacks.
Okay.
As far as I know. Let us know in the comment section. I'm pretty sure that if you get knocked down, it cancels all attacks. But, I mean, the encourage is an interrupt. It is an interrupt. So, I'm going to check really quick. Hold on. Okay, so after checking the glossary term for knockdown for the survivor, it just says that if you get knocked down, you cancel all attacks. So, and the glossary term for encourage is you stand up the survivor. So, He gets knocked down. His attacks are canceled. I stand him up. It's done. So there's no reason to really stand him back up. I mean, I could if you want me to.
No.
Okay. Do you want Sky to go next?
Yeah, take a bite out of crime.
Because you need to get that hit. You didn't get a hit yet, but your token's missing there. Thought we put a token here. What happened to it?
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it either. It just disappeared on us?
I don't know.
Alright, well, we're going to put it there again and see if something happens to it.
I got a backup token.
Yeah. That's why we got the backup. I think those are all misses.
Negative.
Yeah, you need an 8 to hit.
Yep, but I'm just getting towards the rear.
Okay. Azazel, he could go to the back. I'm going to let him go around behind with his founding stone. May not be... I think
You want to do the headband for security purposes?
Well... No, I think I want to wound him.
Except that if you miss, then he's got that thing coming up.
That big kick. So he needs to be in the big kick location.
Or...
Headbanded away. Okay.
If you headbanded away...
It's guaranteed to be gone.
I mean, if nothing else, we got, another 3 chances to, red, green, and white can try and get rid of it again.
Okay, so Gore is the first one. Full move in the direction the monster is facing and turn to face the closest fight. He's going to run over anybody in front of him. And then he's going to pick a random survivor in range, and then he's going to move and attack. Or the Great Kick, which is huge damage. And we're going to have to put Gore on top, even though it's going to run over our archer here. Put that on top? Yeah, Gore's going to have to go on top. And then, to avoid being run over, because I know it's coming, I will move up and over, because he's going to move all the way over here. Okay? All right.
I still think it was the best call.
Yeah, I agree after seeing what I saw. Okay, monster's turn. He's going to do the Gore. Gore is he full moves in the direction and then turns to face the closest survivor. So he runs over Unnamed. Unnamed's going to take a wound to the head. That's a heavy wound. And knocked down anyway. Turn to face the closest survivor. And randomly, I believe, random survivor in range, so D4. 1, 2, starting with Unnamed here. This is Sky. Move and attack Sky. So
Come on, out of range. Come on, out of range.
you're not out of range, because if you were out of range, I wouldn't be able to go after you.
So sad.
So yeah, he's here. So I'm gonna move him up and then straight over here. That's part of the reason I moved Azazel out of the way.
Good idea.
Yeah, 1 die. It is a 2, and it is a 2 to hit. Do you have any evasion? Nope.
Negative.
That hits. 1 damage, and if you let it hit, you're knocked down.
Where's it hitting? Can I know that first?
Sure. Head. You're knocked down anyway.
Gonna dodge that.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, so he's done again. Unnamed will stand up.
And I'm going to use Unnamed to encourage the bowman.
No, let me do it.
Okay.
If we're going to do it, because I can get that back, potentially. 6, so I got it back.
Nice.
Okay. We don't know what's coming up on the hit location table. So do you want me to cat eye circlet that instead of shooting? Or would you rather us just we can play it safe, or we can go all out?
I would say let us just try and hit him.
Okay.
And we live with what's in the hit location.
We'll get out of the way with Sky first.
Okay.
All right, yeah, get out of the way with Sky first, because otherwise he might run at you. Take your shot. 8 to hit, 8 to wound. Miss, as expected.
We'll get there.
She's going to shoot with her bow. 1 hit, 7 to hit. 5 to wound, reflex. If attacking with a melee weapon, Okay, I'm not. If attacking with fist and tooth, you just lost your arm.
That's fine.
4 miss. So it's going to do nothing. Six to hit, 5 to wound here. One hit. Burn to face you. That may be a okay thing to deal with. And you missed. We're having a bad day with this. And then we're going to have this great kick if I don't do something about this. Okay.
I was to say, you're going to have to bury it again.
Yeah. If I don't do something about it, we're going to get this great kick. So we're going to go ahead and first I'm going to check and see what it is with the rawhide headband. What's coming up? Ooh, 2 bad ones. Crush and Devour. Closest threat in field of view in range. 2, and before damage, the target gains the Gobbled Up Survivor status card. I think it eats me. Survivor status card gobbled up. I'm going to have to search for that.
I got no idea what that means.
Yeah, we're going to search it out here. Status. It's going to take a minute to open this. Gobbled Up status. That's a statue. I'm not finding it in all gear. So, let's see. Maybe abilities? Not sure if it'd be in the abilities deck here. No. I have to try to find it here. Let me see if I can dig it out. Okay, I found it. It's in the special AI cards right there. Here it is, Gobbled Up. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board and place them on this card. Then Crush and Devour. At the start of your act, Crush and Devour, masticated. If the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round, Crush and Devour, regurgitate. Crush and Devour. Let's find... where he is here. The Screaming Antelope. Is there a Crush and Devour explanation here? There is not. But it'd probably be one of the under C here. Here it is. Crush and Devour. Wow. I've never seen this before. The survivor disappears, shrieking into the antelope's giant undermaw, so it does eat us. 1 to 2. If you roll 1 to 2, you're dead.
Cool.
And it gets faster speed, so it rolls more. 3 to 4. You get between the teeth. Your leg slips between the teeth, and it chops it off, and you lose it. 5 to 6. The monster's mouth hangs slack, and fresh air brushes your face. You try to wriggle free. Suffer the dismembered arm. 5 to 6.
Cool.
7 to 10. With a burst of ferocity, you fight back. Roll a 1d10 on the table below. 1 to 3, you suffer brain damage. 4 to 7, you suffer 1 damage to every location as it chews on you. And 8, you suffer a wound, but you gain the second heart-strange resource. Suffer 1. Well, you suffer damage. Regurgitate. If you hit it 2 times in a round and wound it twice.
Yep.
Place Gobbled Up survivors in a free space adjacent. And roll a d10. On a 1 to 3, you wonder if you're dead. You suffer knockdown and brain damage 1. 4 to 7, insanity. 8 to 9, understanding. And 10, flat tooth, which means we don't get anything. There's nothing good about this card.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about either of these cards, actually. So, we haven't even wounded this guy yet.
I'm assuming that Crush and Devour has become the new great kick.
2 speed, 2 accuracy. Before damage, you get gobbled up. So, it has to hit on both of them. Or on one of the 2. You can dodge one, but you can't dodge them both.
Right.
So, if there's a, 40% chance, if you have a dodge up, that you're going to be able to evade it. That our tank is going to be able to evade it. Otherwise, he's going to get eaten. And then we've got a King Spear, a Founding Stone, and a Catgut Bow to hit him twice. Otherwise, we could lose Azazel early in this fight. The blind spot is I'm going to suffer probably, we're going to say 3 hits from that to the tank. If I get into the blind spot, 3 hits. I can dodge 1, so I'm going to take 2 damage. I can easily absorb that, as long as it's not to the same location to like 3 times.
Yeah, I agree. So I think we're going to have to take the Great Kick and try and get rid of the Crush and Devour.
Okay, so Crush and Devour is going on the bottom. Great Kick is going on top. And we're going to put this card right over here just in case. Okay, and Azazel's going to get in the blind spot and get ready to be knocked around. Azazel. We're butchering that name.
What a inauspicious start to this fight.
Yeah, we're not having a good bunch of rolls here. That's okay, because here it comes. Unnamed White is pulling the card. Great Kick.
Right, I'm the one who's responsible for whooping our people. Great Kick. 4-4-2?
4-4-2, yep. And please miss with at least 1 or 2.
Okay, well, I guess I'll roll this twice.
Here, I'll give you more dice.
All right, so 4 attacks. Miss. 4-4-2. Yeah, 2 misses.
2 misses, 2 hits. So tell me the location of the 2 hits, and I'll choose which one to dodge.
We got a body and a head.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna take the head. I'm gonna dodge the body.
Thank you, Hunt Event, for that one.
And I got my survival back again.
Nice.
Hold a lantern. Okay. Now we definitely need to get rid of this guy. His stuff. So, unnamed survivor.
Azazel attacks first and moves.
Then we lose the ability to move that card down if we all miss.
Except on the flip side, we have 3 people attacking from the blind spot.
No, because unnamed survivor can't attack from the blind spot.
Right.
With the bow.
But 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's do this
5,
first.
6.
Okay, let me do this first. Unnamed survivor green is going to shoot the bow no matter what. I'm going to shoot the bow. I'm going to do it to try to get the hit because I'm missing a lot. I'm going to try with the aim +2 actually. So 5 to hit, 5 to wound. That seems reasonable.
Yes.
Okay, 5 to hit. And I hit.
Okay, now 5 to wound.
Reflex. Turn the monster to face away from the attacker and full move in a straight line. Cancel all hits now out of range. Boy, he's going to run over Azazel.
You're going to hit, so it's no problem.
All right, let's see. Here's the wound attempt. It is a wound. We did get rid of that card.
Hallelujah.
He turns away from the attacker. And he full moves in a straight line. So he runs over Sky. And Sky takes 1 event damage. To the body.
I can't dodge that, can I?
Nope.
That's bad table.
Yep. That's that mudslide.
Jeez.
6.
Disemboweled. Your movement's reduced by 1 until the showdown ends, so at least it's temporary. Gain a bleed. Skip the next hunt. If you suffer disemboweled during a showdown, at least 1 other survivor must live to take me back, otherwise I'm dead.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm -1 movement, right? I got a token? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Come on, trying to... disemboweled here. We know that you have to get this to survive out of there. So, that's not too bad. You're leaking guts all over. That's okay. All right.
Can I kindly ask that you encourage me?
Yes. Here's for the roll. I have gained it back again.
Nice, because I'm going to go eat his butt.
That's, what? Whoa, here. There you go. Yeah, I hope it tastes like acanthus. Snake eyes.
Ugh.
That's why I don't like Fist and Tooth.
Perfect.
Terrible way to start. Okay. Unnamed survivor.
There's no moves to get rid of it, so I guess I'm done.
Azazel can get up there and swing,
Yeah.
or again with the rawhide headband. But I think we need to start wounding this thing. So I don't know. What do you think?
I prefer to know what's coming, but
Okay.
if you wanna roll dice to hit, go ahead.
I'm gonna get next to him, so he's got a target, and rawhide headband it. Bolt, closest knockdown, furthest threat in range. Or slam, closest knockdown or furthest threat in field of view in range. He's gonna go after somebody else.
Probably the archer.
Archer's not in range, so it's gonna be after unnamed white.
Unnamed?
But again, Sky's gonna get run over in both instances.
Yep.
One has another full move on top of it, so I'm gonna put Bolt down at the bottom. They're pretty similar otherwise. You can dodge it, but Sky's going to take another hit here. Okay. Next turn. Passing the chit. Sky's going to get run over, but not targeted.
And then
Yep.
okay.
1,
Yeah.
2, and 1 damage. It's a 1. It's cocked, but it is a 1.
It's a 1.
If you mouse over it, you can see it. Hey, we don't have to burn a survival.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm pretty good at missing with these monsters.
But it didn't miss Sky,
You know?
so don't roll another body shot.
Yeah, how about we not do that?
Or, you could do it.
Another body shot. You know what?
Yeah.
I tell you what, if Sky just gets killed here, I'm just gonna give up on Fist and Tooth.
And you said it. You said it.
That's just something.
The worst part was, like, you've got your open intestines here, and they're just leaking out. And as it runs over you, it doesn't even attack you. It just steps on your open, steps on you, knocks you down, steps on your open intestines, kind of kicks you around a little bit, trying to get you off its foot. And, knocks one of your ribs up into your heart and kills you.
Oh my.
See you later, Sky. Good job with that Fist and Tooth. Let's see how effective that was.
Awesome.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we're back at it again. I think we need to start all out attacking this thing.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Well, do you want to get out of the way of the front of that thing first? We still have the equipment to kill it. Except when you blow these easy rolls here. I get in the back here. This is one of the first times he's swinging. 6 to hit. 2 hits. He's showing his colors here. Azazel. Bringing out the heavy guns here. -2 toughness to wound the giant tongue. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the giant tongue first. The other one is if I'm attacking with a melee weapon and I lose my weapon, and I lose the ability to use the weapon before I can roll. I have to do another activation. All right. 7 to wound, but -2 toughness is 5 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hanging my head right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hanging my head.
Looks right.
Now this is if I fail. Okay.
Wow, we got another wound finally.
Here's the shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, in range. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot 2 arrows at 7 to hit. Hanging the head again. All right, passing the token. You didn't even get insanity for getting run over. Isn't that so sad?
Yes.
All right, what's up next, everybody? back kick. We always love this one. Hey, there is somebody in the blind spot. So it's targeting the blind spot, 1 speed. That's 1 die, which is good. It could be 3 to hit, but 5 because of the damage, but 3 damage. So 5 to hit. That is a hit. I'm gonna, of course, dodge this. I'm not gonna take 5 or 3 damage to my waist. Oh, and rolling. Where are these rolls when I need them? Got it back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We're back up again. So do you want Azazel to try to drive it forward, maybe, again?
Yeah.
All right, Azazel. 6 to hit. He's got, well, yeah, that's a 1. It's a cock die, but it is a 1. 1 hit, reflex. Frantically attacks everything around it. Gonna perform a basic action. Okay, so first I'm gonna roll to hit. I missed 6. I need a 7. So he's gonna attack everything around it. He targets a survivor and performs a basic action, which is me. 2 speed. 4 to hit. 1 hit. That's 1 damage to my waist. So I take 1 damage to the waist. That's the good place to take a hit. Wait a minute. I'm not supposed to have the cloth there. Don't scream at me! I saw it when I finally looked. There. I should have 2 to my waist. I now have 1. Cloth should not have been there. That was a mistake. Okay. So he took the hit. He missed. He's done. You want to take your shot with the spear? You can get up behind it if you want. That'll give you a better chance to hit.
I'm just afraid he's going to run and then I won't be able to take a shot. But yeah. No, because that's the same number if I'm doing it from 1 away, right?
If you get into his blind spot right behind him, in that square, then you get a 5 to hit, 5 to wound.
Alright, give me a couple 5s. Well, there's 1 hit.
Nothing special there. And a miss.
And a miss.
Oh, I gotta take my shot. Alright, I think I'm gonna shoot. 7 to hit, 5 to wound. There's a hit.
You.
Same one you just pulled. The delicate inverted knee. Same effect there, but the crit is different. 5 to wound. Hey.
Well, you're doing all the damage for this team.
We still got a lot more to do. Thought we would do better than this. Okay. Next turn. Passing the token. I am up again. Back kick. There's 2 of us here. In blind spot, in range. So I gotta pick somebody. I pick Azazel. He gets an insanity for that. Same thing. Miss. No damage. Nothing happened. We're back up again. Why don't you take the swing? You're better at hitting than me.
Okay. I know that works in theory.
1 hit.
Oh, that's 7. Just roll over.
Yeah, that's why.
You set me up.
Yep. Wailing slide.
All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level. So, at least I have 7. Dink, dink. Knock back 5 and are knocked down.
Hey, we're up against the wall.
And then it says the monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Gross. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker. It already was. And full move forward in a straight line.
Okay, there he is.
On collision, there's no collision.
Nope. That's why we stay out of the front of him when we start to whack on his body there with our weapons. Okay. Well, that was going to come up. We've gone through quite a few cards, so we went over 50% of the hit deck. So that was going to happen. And that's the least bad thing because we do have insanity. So, good.
You can try and make one of us stand up, right?
Yes, I can encourage with Azazel. I can encourage somebody.
If you encourage me, I still have my movement.
Okay. I will encourage you to stand up with unnamed green, so you can stand up and finish your move. And I will... I'll encourage you. First, I'll encourage myself, Azazel, and then I will encourage with Azazel you. That way I can... Because I can't encourage myself.
Right.
Whoops. Rolling the die there. Hey, I got my survival back.
Didn't you? That survival.
Yep. Okay, so you're done.
Yep.
I'll let the bow shoot. 7 to hit. 5 to wound. There is a cock die, which is a hit. Why is my dice cocking? That's not normal. All right. Grasping tiny hands make rude gestures. Startled, you gain +1 insanity and lose your composure. Gain 1 to regain your sentence. All right, well, a 5 to wound, so that can be negated. Hey, I wounded.
I'm telling you, man, you're just whooping this thing. I'm here for the, looks.
Yep. Azazel will run forward and use his rawhide headband now. We have that great kick coming up again.
That's a good idea. You used it because that's nasty.
That was still okay. We weren't going to see it yet. We're going to put that on the bottom and gore next. Okay, and passing the token. Next turn. Hey, you're up.
I get to gore somebody, huh?
Yep.
I'm going to call this gore Al. Random survivor in range.
Well, you got to do the first part first.
Will move in direction monster is facing and turn to face the closest survivor. So. Boom.
Okay. Random survivor in range. Nobody is in range, so he will graze, which means he full moves forward in a straight line. Yep. And that's it. Because he has no target.
He was at an angle with the target, so which way is he facing?
He's facing... He went down this way, he turned completely around, and he went back up.
Okay, because it said face the closest survivor, which is green.
Yeah, but green is basically in that kind of straight cardinal direction. Oh. He had no target, so he just ran. He's just running around the map. Okay, we're back up again. We know that great kick is coming up next. Why don't you start and get off to the side so that you don't get run over by this guy. Now whack him with the spear. 6 to hit, 5 to wound. Now get him this time. Hey, hey.
I got a couple hits.
And that tongue is a good one to hit. Hey.
I'm gonna
2 of them are good. One actually, the restless inner thigh is good because it slows him down too.
Stab him in the tongue.
Okay, tongue is first. You're going to give him a pierced tongue here. You rolled a 2, but it's a -2 to toughness, and it's a 5, so you have to hit a 3. You missed it.
Ah!
You didn't even pierce his tongue. Okay, this one, you really want to wound this one. And you did. This gives him a -1 movement token. Go ahead and move the card.
I'm helping.
And we'll knock his movement down 1. Now we can keep up with him. Okay. You got rid of the great kick too.
That was, that's the real deal.
I'm gonna step over here, and I think we can safely just let him use the rawhide headband and kind of manage damage.
Yeah,
It's working so well. He's not a big hitter right now with a 7 and a 7, but you are with a 6-5, and our catgut bow is really good with a 7-5. So those 5 damage means we're not going to suffer the failures as often. So I'm going to go ahead and rawhide headband there. We got a couple here. Stomp is also quite bad, so it's a good thing I did that. Closest knockdown, there's none. Furthest threat in field of view in range. He's going to run up. It always targets the body. And if he damages...
it always targets the
it draws another one.
I hate mudslides.
The bite is closest survivor in field of view, which could be me. I'm going to put the bite on top and stomp on the bottom. Okay. Oh, we still got unnamed survivor taking a shot, though.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and play it safe and not take my shot. Instead, I'm going to use the cat eye circlet and move. Actually, I'll stay... Well... Let's get a little bit out of his kind of path there. Okay, I'm going to use the cat eye circlet. where I can see the next 3 hit locations and put them back in any order. First strike again with insane, and I think only I am not insane. The rest of you are. The restless shank. Roll a d10 for each survivor currently in the blind spot. On a result of 3+, they suffer 3 damage. That's pretty bad. The muzzle is a good one, so we probably want to hit that next. We need to figure out our order of attack for the next round. So he's going to attack probably Azazel next round. And miss, because I'll dodge it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So then we need to figure out who's going to hit. I might land 1 hit. So I should probably go first with the bow.
Is he going to attack you facing?
He'll be facing Azazel.
Right. And but I won't be in the blind spot.
Yeah,
I'll
but
still be 1 away.
I'm gonna attack the restless eye first because you guys are insane and it'll mess with you. And I can take that. It'll knock me down to 0 insanity, but I can take it.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that first, and then the next one, we have to be careful about the blind spot. So you're not gonna be nobody get in the blind spot. How about that?
I'll be 1 away from the blind spot when he turns to face you.
Okay, so I'll put that one next so we can be sure we hit that, and then the safe one will be on the bottom, just in case we roll well.
Just in case we roll well.
And yeah, I did everything. Okay, so next turn, passing the token. I'm pulling with unnamed green. Bite. Closest survivor in field of view. I choose Azazel because he is the closest survivor. 1 attack, 4 to hit because of his evasion. And the damage will go to his foot. 2 damage, and he gains a bleed if he takes it, but he's not going to. He will dodge. And get it back. I thought of maybe I knocked it off and didn't give myself a...
He's a boss.
When I encouraged, did I give myself 1 back?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know if I rolled it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave it because I forgot. But I did get it back, so I've still got 3. I don't think I rolled the encourage. I think I just ticked it off. Ticked this thing off.
Yeah.
All right. So he missed. That's the end of that. The unnamed survivor is first. She needs to hit. Otherwise, you guys are going to lose a turn here. And she hits twice.
OMG.
All right, so first strike. I do suffer a brain damage, so I'm down to 0 again. Crit. So actually, that doesn't apply, I think. Well, the reactions don't apply. You still do the first part of it, I guess. So crit. Monster vision is devastated. It gains a -1 evasion. So -1 evasion. Makes it easier to hit now. And we drop a card.
Sorry, I'm not so enthusiastic about your crit, which is really cool, but I just realized that we are super dumb.
Why?
Because I have a speed of 3.
Oh, no. Well, you have a speed of 1.
Everybody that's been yelling at the screen while they've been watching this the whole time. Yes, you are right. Yes, I am dumb.
Yeah, I don't watch your cards. I just assume you're the one that's doing it. But yeah, I did not catch it.
Big, huge pile of poppycock.
So let's just see. How many times did you attack? Probably maybe 4 or 5. Let's let you... I'm going to make you roll this die about 4 times and see how many hits you would have gotten.
Break my heart here.
I'm going to force you to roll this and see.
1.
There's a hit that you threw out.
2.
That one is another hit that you threw out.
3.
That one's may have been a hit or a miss.
4.
And miss. So 2 hits were thrown away.
And 5 just for fun. That's a miss.
And roll this twice and see if you would have done anything useful. Oh, yeah, I want to know. Okay, so a miss. Not a big deal. 1 left. And you threw away a crit.
Yep. Ruin crit.
We don't know what that would have critted on, but there you go. Okay, next card is the
resource.
Yeah, this one's the restless shank. I'm gonna roll this one. It's a miss, so it doesn't do anything. Whoops. Okay, she's done. All right. We did get rid of the bad card.
Yeah, good work on the crit. I really do, but I'm feeling pretty stupid right now.
Yeah, good work on your crit too. That you didn't actually roll. I mean, you did roll it, but it was you know.
Yep, I'm working on my victory speech for that right now.
Okay. I'll give you the last word. All right, unnamed survivor. I think you should probably take your shot.
All right, everybody. This is what rolling 3 dice looks like.
5 to hit. 3 hits. And 1 is a perfect hit, but you don't get anything out of that.
Of course, it's 3 hits now.
They're good. Yeah, these are all good. These are all really good. The wound is a little bit bad because it turns to face the attacker and full moves. It just runs you over, though. So the restless chest do last because he's going to run you over.
So it's muzzle, flank, and chest.
Okay, muzzle first.
Yeah, muzzle, flank, chest. Come on, muzzle.
There's a wound.
6.
5. 5 is your wound. Flank is next.
Flank.
There's another wound.
That was a wound.
See, now you're wondering why you didn't wound. He does turn to
And-
face you.
Chest.
And you missed, so that worked well, because you actually don't get run over.
What a crock. Ugh.
All right.
Man, I don't have words right now. I am. Okay.
He doesn't have many cards left. He's only got 2 left. I'm going to go ahead and Rawhide Headband. To just play it safe. Bite and Gore, both are not a big deal. Random Survivor in range. But he will full move in the direction he's facing, so he's going to run you over. Closest Survivor in field of view. So I'm going to go ahead and put Gore on the bottom, Bite next, because I want to be the target with Azazel. Well, Azazel wants to be the target. So he's going to move right over here. Front. So he is the target next time. Okay? And pass the token. Next turn. Hey! I guess he's targeting me, and I get an insanity for that, because I targeted myself. 1 attack, 4 to hit. And there's a miss, or a hit, sorry. But it's going to be a miss. Hands. 1 damage to my hands. Dodge. Roll it. Got it back.
Yep.
That's the epic part of that Rawhide set. That is definitely a good set for tanking or dashing around or something. Total miss. All right. Our turn. Do you want the unnamed survivor green to shoot?
Absolutely.
6 to hit. There's 2 hits right there. Trap. That's bad because it's going to run us both over. All right. Well, the good news is all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage, and that's not you. That's me, and I just got 1, so there's good there. Survivor is doomed. The attacker is doomed. Knockback 5, so I get knocked back 1, 2, 3, 4, and I knock you over as I plow through you, and I suffer knockdown. Monster lands on its, lands on its belly and begins to slide. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker. Oh, okay, so it's not going to run us over. And then he full moves this way. Oh, directly away from the attacker.
Right.
Which is technically this way.
Right.
So he will full move. We'll move up here. So he does run over both of us. So first of all, as he runs us over, on collision, they gain a random disorder. So first of all, body on you.
And I can't dodge it?
Nope. And
Back table.
head on me. And that's a heavy wound on Azazel. You and this body table are having a bad day.
3, 2 bleeds.
That's all right. Hey,
Your definition of all right's different than mine, but
well, the good news is maybe we'll get immortal.
yay, that would be fun.
All right. And I got, or let's see, one of us got hemophobia. I'll roll it and see what we get here. I didn't choose who I was pulling for, so I'm not going to give you something that's bad and I take the good one. Both of us get hemophobia, so I guess.
Did you shuffle the deck?
Yep. Yes, I did. All right, so the bad news is whenever a survivor, including you, gains a bleeding token, we get knocked down. So to make kind of mention of that, we might want to put a token down here so that you know when you get something You know about that? You get another bleed, you get knocked down.
Yeah.
Whenever a survivor, including you, so I'm gonna go ahead and put tokens on everybody's card here, so we know if there's a bleed add. Usually I add bleed to the bottom, just so I can kind of keep it sorted. So putting it there will give us an idea that that happens. We got a couple people falling down. All right, good job everybody. That was unnamed survivor shot.
Okay, I'm gonna encourage Azazel.
Okay. And he is going to encourage you. And he's going to lose a survival point. He will move along the edge of the board if he's hit. So why don't you take your shot? He may run this way. Maybe I should take my shot? I don't know.
Do we pick which way he runs, or do we?
Yeah, we can pick. I guess I can keep up with him, so go ahead. He doesn't run 6 anymore. He only runs 5. One hit. Oh, wait, 4 hits. Because he's got a evasion penalty. You got 2 hits there. The attacker's adjacent and your weapon is stuck.
On a failure.
This bow clips and he jumps back. Turn to face the attacker, then without turning, move this directly away from the attacker, cancel all hits. You're at the edge of the board, so you'll move 1 space to the side, but you can still hit him. So this one is probably the best one.
Go to shoulder.
Yeah. An 8 is a wound. Okay, so he will turn to face you and he will jump back, but he can't, so he'll jump 1 square to the side, which basically means that if he runs, he's going to run over our archer. No, he can't get there. Okay, next.
And then I try for the horns, huh?
Hey!
Crit!
Hey.
This crit.
Making up for lost time.
Yeah, give me a resource, please. And we got him a persistent injury, so he doesn't go in that discard pile no more.
Okay. Blood pours from the ruined crown. It's the last one. Okay, everybody, I had a little bit of a crisis here at home I had to take care of, but we're back. For you, it was just a flash of a second. For us, it was, what, probably 30 minutes of crisis management at the house here. Everything's okay. Anyway, from that crit and persistent injury now, we have a Screaming Antelope resource. So here's the Screaming Antelope resource. I'm going to let you flip it. You deserve it.
Survey says...
Pelt.
Yay!
We'll take pelts. We'll definitely take pelts.
Yes.
All right. Okay. And you are done. So Azazel next, maybe?
Yeah.
And we'll let him try to finish this thing off. 1 hit.
One's all you need.
Yeah, I need a 7 to kill him. And it's the furry tail. And if I crit, I get something good. I'm trying to go out like you. Hey! Boom! Everybody,
Good.
Azazel didn't do anything this whole fight, really. And he comes in, he's like, everybody step back. Let me show you how this is done. Bam! You know, he's not going to let this unnamed nobody show him up. He's going to come in with a founding stone and just ram it into the bushy tail and rip it off. And from that ramming bushy tail madness, we get another pelt. So we got, what is it, 3 hides out of this fight already.
Yeah.
3 hides is a pretty big deal because that would get us the leather worker, which we were talking about. We don't have any organs, though, which is bad. Because then we can't do any innovation yet. But we still have the draws, so we still going to be drawing some cards here. He is dead. Congratulations, good job. That was an unfortunate incident with the fist and tooth, but that is a dangerous thing against the antelope. Because it does rip your arms off and things, so that might not be the best time to make a fist and tooth, everybody.
Every time's a good time to make a fist and tooth.
Because you can still use your teeth, right?
Oh, you can take both arms and I can still fist and tooth.
All right, hunt
It's just
XP.
not meant to be. We've tried it
and it's just.
Yeah.
I've had 2 people try Fist and Tooth, and it just ain't working.
I gave you your hunt XP, by the way.
Thank you.
Azazel gets his milestone. Well, we have this hemophobia we're going to have to do something about with bloodletting, I think. So he will roll on the table here. And we roll a 5, and a 5 is a permanent strength. Which is really good for a whip tank, ladies and gentlemen.
Strength is nice.
Very nice. Although that hemophobia is kind of bad. But we have encourage, so that's not the worst thing that could happen to us. All right. Heal and rest, everybody. I got it. Heal and rest, heal and rest. Whoops. Here, nobody here, but we still have to heal and rest the slot. And we will now pull our cards. And I will let you flip them. Shank bone. A bone is okay. Spiral horn is kind of nice to have for the head. Hey, there's an organ for us. And another organ. Good. That means we can innovate, and we still have an organ left over to do something else if we want. And I will flip the basics, if you don't mind.
I don't.
A wild card. And a hide. Good. A lantern. And another hide. Hey, we got a pretty good haul.
We did. And it only cost us 1 survivor.
Yeah. And it probably shouldn't have. It was just a bad series of events, the mudslide and everything. Yeah. Okay, so the plague will go back into the deck here, by the way. Okay, we are returning survivors now. Our survivors have returned. We do not remove their gear. We now gain our endeavors. So we gain 3 for our returning survivors. We have collective toil, which gives us +1 every 10 population. We have 13 now, but now we have 12 because Sky is dead. So we'll move Sky up. So we'll get 1 more. So we're still getting our 4, but we're doing it painfully. We should be getting 5.
Oh, this time we get to take a bite out of crime, too.
Update the timeline. Draw our story event card.
Uh-oh.
The Stranger in the Dark. We've seen this one before. Roll a d10. I'll let you roll it. You've had the best luck with your dice, I think. I was having a pretty... Well, actually, I was making most of the wounds, but...
Lantern.
The stranger desperate... Okay, so, yeah. The stranger desperately clutching a founding stone naked and covered in blood. Gain 1 population and 1 founding stone gear.
Yeah, look at that.
You're bringing them back.
Got him back.
The Stranger in the Dark. New survivor with the founding stone that we've lost. And that's going to be a male, I think. I think
this is Fate's way of saying that I can still go after Fist and Tooth.
Yes, maybe it is. Okay, and we have another founding stone too, so we're going to copy that and put that in our gear grid. Okay, so we have an extra founding stone now, and you've been wanting to chuck founding stones, so this may be coming close to the time to do it. All right. Our timeline has nothing else on it. That was a really good roll, by the way. Update our death count. Now, we did lose a survivor, and we do have cannibalize. So, remember, everybody, we're not eating this person, okay? I know that that's what it means, but we're cannibalizing the resources from this person. And we're burying some of the remains, whatever's left over. Okay, so what are we getting from Sky? I'm gonna let you draw it right here. This is your survivor.
Survey says, love juice.
Yeah. If you're gonna die,
give me some love juice. We have harvested ovaries.
I guess that's what it would be. All right. We're checking our milestones now. I don't think we have enough milestones for anything. Just the innovations is what's left. Okay, and we will innovate.
We're steamrolling towards 5.
Okay, so to innovate, we should spend a hide and a bone, and we have those. This is our innovation. I think we're for sure going to innovate, right?
Definitely. We have ourselves a symposium. It would be stupid not to.
Yeah. All right, so we're dropping an endeavor token for innovation. I will shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to let you flip, because you're doing well with everything I've given you for tasks.
I am thinking that a hovel is not the worst idea in the world.
Not in the slightest. Paint is
Paint?
good. I'll take a dash.
Paint is good.
Drums are okay. I'm not
They're
really
okay.
interested in it. Storytelling is okay. Not really interested. And nightmare training is a little bit premature, because we lose a lot of survival. So I think we're getting dash then, right?
I think we're getting dash then, right?
The only other thing would be maybe storytelling for the survivor limit and the understanding, but it uses a lot of endeavors, so I don't know that the drums would be very good, because we get insanity. It's kind of nice for our new people.
I'm thinking dash because we're going to fight this antelope a few times. I think he likes to run.
Definitely likes to run. We are taking paint. So can you get our dash tokens out?
I am on it.
Let me get our dash here marked. And we need to get the paint consequences from the deck here. So I'm going to pull those while he does that. Face painting, pictographs, which are pretty good because we need that. That's our runaway. We want to save survivors. Running away is one way to do it.
That's pictograph?
Yep, pictograph.
Okay, that's my new favorite.
Run away.
Oh, when there's a nemesis, we want to run away.
It's a diamond, so you have to put in the diamond slot. Yeah, it'll fall into the diamond slot there. And however you want to put it. As your mine are different than his, but you know we control different people, so that's fine. Okay, and we are developing, by the way. Okay, so we are developing now. So the one thing that I would say, let's look and see what we have here. We do have our love juice. We're gonna save. We do have one organ. We've got a few bones. This lantern is not going to be used right now. We do have our teeth, and we have a wild card. Couple pelts. So if we want with this layout here, the stone circle is a little bit out of our reach right now, so that's something we can't do. The rawhide whip, on the other hand, is not out of our reach. The rawhide whip, we would use one hide and say one bone, which would probably be the shank bone. If we want the skinnery, so that we can skinnery, the leather worker, so that we can start getting leather for our bone sickle. We might actually be able to get a bone sickle this time around, because getting a acanthus for the next fight would be nice. We would need 3 hide, and we would have to probably sacrifice pelt and one organ? And 1 organ. Oh, like this. So we can sacrifice this.
And that's for the sickle?
No, this would be for the leather worker. We would lose this for the leather worker. And then the leather worker, I'm going to spread these out here so I can see them. Where's the leather worker here? He's buried in the bottom. Of course he is. Leather worker is right here. We would need to, for the sickle, okay, we need the leather worker. And if we did this, if we did the bones, or the, if we use, I could probably rearrange this a little bit if we wanted to, but we could build the leather worker. We could then build the sickle with bone and leather, the spiral horn, and the pelt. We are kind of throwing out valuable stuff, though. But we would get the sickle. But a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm all about that.
And we'd also could make the whip as well. With the ammonia, bone and hide, we would have that right there.
Well, I do think that the bone sickle would pay for itself, even though it might be a little expensive right now. Not only because we get a better chance at acanthus, but also I'm pretty sure we can do some herb gathering on the hunt.
Okay, and then the other thing to mention about the leather worker is there is some option for the leather shield instead of something else. So we could think about doing something like that too. So if we're going to go ahead and get the leather worker, let's do that first. So
I agree with the leather worker.
Okay, so to do that, we have to throw out probably a pelt. We're probably going to lose our pelts anyway. We're going to keep this one right now, the spiral horn. So the leather worker is 3 hides and an organ. So that is 3 hides and an organ. We are throwing those out.
I like to think of them as cashing them in.
We do need to use an endeavor. And here's our leather worker right here. Whoops. Okay. We do have a whip on this guy too. Although it's probably not the same kind of whip we would like. Okay, so the leather worker, if we spend 1 more endeavor, we can change any hide into an equal number of leather resources. Okay, we need 1 leather and 1 scrap. We could build a leather mask, 1 leather, 1 bone. So we can definitely build up some better armor. The other thing to mention too is this armor set, the leather armor set. The leather armor set gives you +1 hit to all locations and ignore bash, so you can't be knocked down by bash. So it's not, it's tougher just because it's got like 3 armor instead of 1. So it'll be 4 to each slot. So this, whoever the tank is, would be pretty tough, but won't get to dodge as much, but could attack more often without so much risk. Okay. However, that's maybe down the road a little bit. So here's what we have. We have we have 4 bones, a hide, and a wild card. So bones and a hide, we could build the weapon crafter if we really wanted to early. But we would be giving up on some of the stuff we could get right now, which is probably not a good idea. Instead, we could do leather making and get our sickle. And we need a bone and leather. So we'd have to throw out some leather, we'll say a pelt, and a shank bone.
Sold.
And we could even turn this into a leather if we wanted to, so it's something to consider. Okay, so this will be a leather now, this pelt. For the sake of argument, I'll flip it over. It's same color as leather for the time being. We can do that more if we want to. So that would be our sickle. I'll go ahead and get that. Okay, that is gone. Next, our option is if we want to make the leather shield, we cannot anymore. So we can't make the leather shield this time, the round leather shield. We could, we do have bone. We could make the leather cuirass, which is the chest piece, 3 armor. Or the mask, which is gives you +2 insanity when you depart, which is kind of good too. 3 head. It's the same as the bone or the skull helmet too, you know. If you want to make the whip tank, now's the time, I think. If you want to do the whip, we have to throw out a flat tooth. I think is the best. The spiral horn's a little more valuable than the flat tooth. Oh, and when we gain the flat tooth, we forgot to give insanity to people. We probably could have threw insanity on somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it to this unnamed survivor here. We got a couple flat teeth. Okay.
Here's an idea.
What's that?
Drum.
We don't have drums.
Yeah, I'm just saying we could get it. We have to have the innovation drum before we can make the rawhide drum?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing to mention is on this timeline, we have this round and then we have the next settlement phase. After this, we're going to hunt, and then we're going to go into the next settlement phase. And at the end, during the end of the settlement phase, we have a nemesis encounter.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to find a club.
I don't think we're going to get to the... Well, I mean, we could, actually, if you want to do the club. The bone club, 3 bones.
The club is the one that takes a long time to hit, but when it hits, it usually wounds, right?
Well, you can see the club right here. You can't move when you use it. It's the same as the bow, but it does have a 6+ to wound, or 6+ to hit, which is the same as the king spear, but it wounds on a 5 instead of a 3. So it wounds even better than the king spear. And it's not fragile.
Well, I was just thinking one guy with a bone club and one guy with a king spear.
Yeah, I mean, the tank tends to get in front and swing away. He could use that.
I mean, I thought the whip tank was a great idea, but you kind of talked me off of it. Because of all the misses and the problems that come with missing on the wound attempts.
Yeah, there is that.
So, I mean, if you're only throwing one shot with the club, and it's got a good chance to hit, I think club's a better tank weapon than the whip now.
The whip has a harder time to hit, but once it does hit, it only has a +1 to wound, compared to the club's +5.
Right, the whole idea for the whip wasn't necessarily to be damage dealing as much as to be a taunt.
Yeah, I know what you're using it for, but you do have to wound with it to get the taunt effect. So you need somebody with the power to wound. The other whip, the hunter's whip, is not bad because it can discard things in play, but
We already have the harp to do that.
yeah. So we do have the option of the Qatar down the road too. If we get enough on the next hunt, we could put together 2 Qatars and dual wield. The 2 Qatars, I guess we could put out the stone circle to take a look at it. Whoops. Qatar. These are the flat tooth beast knuckles. They are the Qatar class. When you wound with this weapon, the monster gains a -1 toughness until the end of the attack. So they are pretty good at hitting, and you can dual wield them. So you can roll 4 dice with these things. They're the same chance to wound with the 6, but they are better chance to, or same chance to hit, better chance to wound, more dice, and you get when you wound, the rest of the attack for all the other dice all the other hit locations get a -1 toughness. So, yeah, that's pretty nice, let me tell you, because wounding is something we like to do.
Yeah.
So I would like to get Qatars, and those are those 2 teeth right there. But to do that, we need teeth and a pelt. So we need to use pelt and teeth for it. But the pelt also makes the armor set. So that is something we have to consider. We need 4 pelts to make the armor set, and we need the spiral horn and a scrap. So it'd be good to save the spiral horn and scrap to make the headpiece. But if we're just going to sit here and sit on all of these bones and things to try to wait for the future, it's okay. We do have a bone sword we can send out with our tank instead. And the other thing we do need to think about is bandages.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Against the butcher. We need at least 1 bandage.
But we don't have any hide this time. We're going to have to worry about
We
that.
have this.
True, but I don't think we're going to need it this next hunt, do we?
No.
But we can use this for something else.
We could, or we could just sit on it and save it because it's a wild card.
Right, that's what I mean. We don't necessarily need to, but
We
I'm
could.
just thinking with dash, the tank can use his dash to move, or if he wants to get into position and then swing with the club, and then.
That is true. That is
And then
absolutely
after-
a good
And
point.
then after he gets in the, he hits with a club, and then when they come at him, he can use his dodge, and because it's rawhide armor, he's rolling to get back, survival all day long.
Yeah, and he does have a good chance to get survival too.
So that's why I'm thinking club.
All right. Club instead of the Qatar. The club is definitely good for the wounding effect. And he does tend to want to stay in front of the enemy too, you know, or very close to it. So, but it does take away some of the mobility. But then again, he was playing very conservative last time by just using his rawhide headband too.
Right.
So, the thing with the club is now we have choices to make. We need 3 bones, and here's our 4 bones. The spiral horn is the most valuable out of all that.
Well, then we got to use the wild card.
We don't have to, but yeah, I would say the spiral horn makes part of the set, and it's hard to come by. It's a single card out of a deck of like 20.
Yeah, no, I say we hold on to the spiral horn.
Okay. Because we have that, if we do end up making the stone circle, we're going to make the club then. Bone club it is. We haven't really run with the bone club very often because it really lacks mobility. But it is a good card.
We came across Dash, so I figured why not.
All right, and then next, Love Juice.
Love Juice.
Love Juice it is. We got to pick our population for this. The new male, the new survivor. What say you? The new survivor?
Yeah.
New survivor and one of our second to the last one, right? The 2 unnamed survivors. Or how about the one with hemo? No, we don't want to do that. Okay, the 2 unnamed survivors, okay?
Okay.
The 2 at the very bottom. All right, I will roll the woman. You roll the male because you did do that. We do roll 2, right? Because we got the intimacy with the protect the young. Yeah, we roll 2 and pick 1.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I rolled a lantern. So I
Nice.
think the lantern,
Twins.
if we have a hovel, we would get the savior, but we do not.
That's why I was gunning for the hovel when we were doing the thing.
All right, we'll take the twins though. And let's see. We have we got a lot of females. We got a lot of males. Male and female.
Yep.
Okay. They have no parents though. They don't know who their parents were. They just kind of were secretive birth. Oh, suddenly there's twins, and then the whole community's taking care of them. We are your parents. We are all your parents. And there you have it. Okay. All right. We do have 1 endeavor left. With that single endeavor, we should consider who we're taking with us too, by the way.
Agreed.
You have an empty slot. We do have Winter, who is our leader here. Winter can train something, which would could be the bone sword. Somebody needs to carry the bone sword. Or it could train the bow too, I guess. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have a survivor with evasion, which we're kind of holding back as a second tank, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna leave that survivor untrained right now. You do have your person with speed who has no name right now.
Yeah, that person's coming out again.
Even with the hemophobia?
Yeah.
We don't take much bleed against the guy anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, then either I take Winter, who has leader, and train her maybe in bow. Oh, she's dead. Why was I looking at that? And marker is dead?
Is she marked dead?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, I guess she did die. We should have a 4th dead one. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 dead people down here. Yep. Winter was killed, I remember, when she returned from the settlement phase. So we did have 4 dead people. That the very first time, remember? We didn't get to cannibalize her because we lost like 3 people.
Right.
I forgot to mark her. All right, so well, Agathon could come out. He has 1 XP. He's got courage and understanding. We were talking about leaving him behind just to do the augury rolls to enhance his understanding. So maybe
I'm still on board with that plan.
leaving him behind.
Yeah.
Okay, that means we're taking an unnamed in your slot. So this unnamed here, let's see, has 2 insanity and
Cool.
1 hunt XP. Oh, that's mine. She's already here.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. It's confusing not to name these people. I guess I'm just going to give you one of the new people then. Here's this man. You want a man or a woman?
I want the guy who showed up with the founding stone.
Okay, that's him right here.
All right.
He has no survival, so you can definitely consider giving him a name. And hold on a second. Okay, so why don't you name him Eric? E-R-I-K. And he is going to be... We're going to switch the bow over. We're going to let you take over the bow.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the cat eye circlet as well.
Should I give somebody the harp then?
If you want to, we'll figure this out in a second. I do need the club here, and we do have the sickle. I'm gonna put that there, and we do have another founding stone. We're not gonna bring another founding stone. Okay, so this unnamed person is taking the bone blade. What about giving the unnamed person Green the sickle?
Fine.
Because I mean, I'm not sure who else to give it to. The tank needs to kind of get in the way
Yep.
and kind of stay there. Although he could harvest, we could just give the person with the bone blade. The bone blade is probably the weakest link here, I think. Well, it's actually pretty good. 5 and a 6. Oh, this.
It is fragile though.
Yeah, but there's only one hit location that messes that up. 6 and 6. Azazel is, look at this. Azazel is 6 and 2 with that. He wounds every time he hits with it.
Yep. Strong.
Yeah, he only misses on a 1. And he's got that +1 as well. So he can sprint around and do that with his dashes. And so he's going to be tough. He's going to do a lot of damage. Eric's catgut bow, 7 to hit, 5 to wound. And unnamed survivor, 6 to hit, 5 to wound. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I think. Yeah, somebody has to take the sickle. Who's going to attack the least? Probably the one with the sword. I mean, I guess Azazel could attack the least because maybe get in front, but he's got the option of using the rawhide headband.
Yeah, I think the sickle should go to the unnamed green.
Okay, unnamed green's going to get the sickle. Okay. We've got 2 people with hemophobia, so we're going to keep the little tokens on the bottom here. Make sure we know if anybody gets a bleed, it reminds us. The other thing to mention too for us here is Azazel is taking the club proficiency. I'm going to put that there to show that I need to wound. That's not going to be that hard. And I think he's the only one, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So far, our people haven't had a long career in the fight game.
Yeah. That's all right. This is only our, 3rd fight now? 4th fight now coming up.
Yeah, we're losing a person a fight.
Hey, we cannibalize them. We're taking parts of them.
Luckily, we keep finding people.
Okay, we still have an endeavor token left. Do we want to do augury and try for another kid? Or do we want to give somebody another experience point? We could give Eric an experience point. Because we have to be 2 above him, I think. It says here at the bottom, nominate a survivor that has 2 or more hunt XP than yourself. Yeah, so you could nominate Azazel and he could give a hunt XP to Eric, or we could try for the augury, which would give survival to probably give us survival, could make us lose a resource and gain an understanding, or potentially an intimacy event. What do you think?
Babies, babies, and more babies.
Augury it is. Spending that. And since I'm controlling Agathon, I will roll down here on this table
Big money.
a 1. So we are losing a resource. Jeez. I think we're going to lose the Broken Lantern.
Yep.
Broken Lantern's gone, but it's not all is terrible from that. Oops. Here. Find Agathon. He gets a +1 understanding.
Which is mixed into the cards.
If he gets understanding again, he will gain insight. And insight in the settlement phase will give him the epiphany, which means that whenever he's a returning survivor, he gives 1 more endeavor to our settlement, which is really nice.
Coming back with 6 endeavors is awesome.
Yeah. So, and he could even give could get a permanent accuracy, or even if you innovate this phase, you can draw 1 extra card too. Potentially, he could do quite well. But we have to remember that he could get that. So we need to do the augury before we innovate. Usually we do it after. Okay. We are preparing our departing survivors. I think everybody's got everything they need.
Yeah, we're a little shy on armor, so hopefully we'll get ourselves some more hide next time.
Yeah. We spent a lot of our hide on the new thing, the new leather worker.
I'm not complaining, I'm just saying.
And with a single endeavor, we can change hide into leather, and we can make each hide piece that we get, we can make a full set if we get 7 pieces of hide. So 7 pieces of hide will make us a full set, but we need a bone and a scrap. But we have a scrap. We just need a bone. And then we also have the leather shield. We can make a very good tanking set. Or just a set of armor that's just tough, you know?
Yep.
If you want to make a whip tank that can take hits, leather is probably the way to go, because he's going to go up, miss, and take hits.
No, I'm on board with the club tank right now.
The leather shield gives a +1 armor to all locations, and if you activate, you get block 1, you ignore the first hit the next time you're attacked. It lasts until your next act.
That is nice.
So if you expect a hit's coming, then you can throw that up. Oh, yeah. Okay. So leather might not be a bad way to go for us, because that's what we've got out right now. To get out the stone circle, we're going to need to throw out 3 organs and a hide. So we don't have any organs, really. We haven't been drawing them. But if we do pull 3 organs, or a whole bunch of organs in the next fight, we can definitely consider that. The other thing is we have coming up is our old buddy, the Butcher. And you know how the Butcher bleeds us and slices us and dices us.
Yep.
So getting some armor, even if it's just a few pieces into people's hands.
That was another reason why I wanted a club.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you have any comments or want to be added to our list of growing survivors here, we have a lot of unnamed people, and we're going to keep adding to them as well. We may have to consider how to add them, because everybody's got a lot of survival, except Eric. Sorry, Eric. But other than that, thanks for joining. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next episode. Jim gets the last word.
Join us next time when Azazel goes clubbing.
That's a good one. All right. Everybody take care. Have a great one. Moment of silence for Lawrence. We're never going to forget you, buddy.
Yeah.
You're with us to the end in our hearts.
Yeah.
We ate you. Well, I guess we didn't, did we? Yeah, we did. He came out of the stone and we consumed him. So
sad.
You are within us. Literally.
Yeah, you're in our hearts and our stomachs.
Exactly. All right. Everybody take care. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care.